All right, so my name is Ryan Jenkins, and I am currently working on the edits for my first debut novel, Reverse. Reverse is a preteen love story about best friends from the womb. Yes, literally, it says the womb. Who finally, the male best friend Donovan Brown admits to Monica James, "I'm in love with you." They're in seventh grade. That's why it's a preteen love story. And what I mean by go by edits, we've already edited the book, printed it out, got it formatted, and we went through the book. I've never done this before. Read the actual book from front to cover, and then wrote any edits that I saw I need to add something. She's doing the same thing, so we're gonna merge all these things on one document. But I'm at a part right now. One of the reasons why Monica is hesitant about saying yes to Donovan because her dad does not play about her having a boyfriend. He thinks she's too young. You need to focus on your work. And unlike me when I was in middle school for us was 6th through 8th grade. For them, their 6th grade year was in elementary school, and they're in junior high, which is 7th and 8th grade. So Donovan and Monica going to school for the very first time. And I had a question I want to pose to you. How many of you, your parents told you, no, you can't have a boyfriend until this age? I'm thinking about my personal connection. Now, he told her 35. But as the book progresses, he realizes that he needs to be a little bit more lenient because what he's asking for is ridiculous. And I have two questions for y'all. So the first question goes to why he doesn't want her to have a boyfriend. Monica's dad, Lawrence James, really feels some type of way about boys, but how he was as a boy. So number one, how many of us as parents or now grown children, you realize your parents imposed things on you, not because they were looking out for you, but they were thinking about themselves, and they were afraid you would make the same mistakes they made. And how do we need to stop doing that? And I realize this is going to be a 2-part video. So again, how many of us realize now that sometimes we enforce rules and regulations on our children, not because they really do need them, but because our parents put it on us and we don't want them to make the same mistakes we made, not realizing that our children are our children, but they're not us. And we got to stop thinking about what we did. And that's why I got to stop you from doing this now because I don't want you to do what I did. And the kid might even do what you do. And that's his whole reasoning for not wanting Monica to have a boyfriend right now because he thinks all boys want one thing because he at one time wanted only one thing. So again, how many of you have experienced and how did you deal with that? Or how many of you as parents realize you had to check yourself because you were giving rules based on you as a child, not your child? And I also want to hear from the kids. I know this sounds very confusing. I hope y'all getting it. I'm going to put it up when I post it. Or how many of you as children realize your parents are probably doing too much because they're thinking about their childhood and not you as an individual person. Second question, did you have an age limit when it came to you having a boyfriend? Like, I didn't realize this until I got older, and my mom may correct me and tell me if I'm wrong, but I'll never forget my mom putting me on phone punishment for a year. A year. But I noticed after the fact, like way after the fact, girls were allowed to call the house, but when boys called the house, I was on phone punishment. And I want to say that was my first year that was a 6th grade year for me. I can't remember what happened 7th and 8th grade year. But I felt like that was her way of me stop having boyfriends. I still have boyfriends. Yes, like I remember my first boyfriend was 6th grade. His name was Lionel. I'm not going to say his last name. Then from there, it was some other guys. And most of my boyfriends I didn't have a lot of boyfriends that, what's the word I want to say? I had a lot of long distance boyfriends. What I mean by that is people knew somebody and they were like, I know somebody who's interested, yada, yada, yada. I didn't have a lot of boyfriends in school, in middle school. Like, I remember Eric, but yeah, it was like people who went, like we had 2 middle schools in Sumter School District 17, and it was Bates and Alice Drive. And I remember having a boyfriend at Bates. It was really weird. It was really weird. Because I want to say I was a nerd. I was considered a nerd because I had the thick glasses. I didn't have a whole bunch of boys in my face. I'm going back and I'm really thinking about this. But I realized with my son, he just was not interested in relationships. And when he finally got a relationship that he was very, very serious about, it was about high school. It was around high school. I remember seeing girls I thought he liked, but I never imposed on him. Now, one thing I didn't do that I witnessed a family member do that I thought wasn't cool, how you see family members looking at 5-year-olds or 3-year-olds, oh, that's your little girlfriend, or that's your little friend. Stop it. Stop pushing that stuff up. But I want to hear from you.